The real reason for this sudden friendship between Russia and Turkey. It is common knowledge that Turkey is serving as a mediator in the crisis between Russia and Ukraine. Turkey was the host country for the Russia-Ukraine talks as well. However, what really is at risk for Turkey? One of the most significant and influential bilateral ties in Eurasia is the modern age is the one that exists between Russia and Turkey. Hey intellectuals, welcome back to Nation's Echo. In this video, we are going to find out the mutual understanding between Russia and Turkey. So without any further ado, let's begin. The downing of the Russian Su-24 bomber by a Turkish F-16 fighter plane on November 24, 2015 shattered Turkey's fragile relations with Russia. Despite improving bilateral relations since 2000, the crisis worsened quickly. Even structures that regularly bring Turkey and Russia's heads of states together, such as the High-Level Cooperation Council, or HLCC, couldn't avert political and economic deterioration. Both sides chose to restart bilateral contacts after 7 months of political strife. The first Russian plane was shot down by NATO since the Cold War. Jet downing. The 2010 Arab uprisings began a new chapter in Middle Eastern history. Political fault lines caused regional upheaval and instability. Russia and Turkey handled this move differently. This distinction became clearer during NATO's Libya mission, which ousted Muammar Gaddafi and the Syria crisis. Shortly after the Syrian protests began, both countries prioritized the problem. In fall 2015, Russia chose to join the battle. Russia supported Bashar al-Assad and the Ba'ath regime economically and militarily till then. Politically, Moscow opposed any action in Syria like in Libya and has blocked any resolution against Damascus's interests at the UN Security Council. Turkey became a refuge for refugees when Assad lost control of Syria. As the humanitarian situation deteriorated, Turkey accused Assad of human rights breaches and opposed the leadership. The downing of the Russian Su-24 bomber exacerbated deteriorating relations. On November 30, 2015, Russian planes began flying over Syria. When Russia joined, the U.S.-led international coalition against ISIL had already deployed aircraft to Syria after Turkey and the U.S. agreed to utilize Incirlik. Russia and the U.S. inked an agreement in October of 2015 to prevent aviation incidents over Syria. After Russia's intervention, coalition jets were flying above Syria, clogging the airspace. Ankara and Moscow didn't agree on a crisis protocol. The Kremlin was shocked. Vladimir Putin remarked, "They," speaking of the Turks, "stabbed us." This statement summed up Russian dismay. Vladimir Zhirinovsky, a former Russian Duma speaker, later threatened Turkey with a nuclear attack on the Bosphorus. This was the start of Russia's public hostility toward Turkey. The downing of the Su-24 bomber was a byproduct of the deteriorating ties, not a cause. Both parties chose to enhance economic cooperation but overlooked regional issues. While they acted strategically with economic interest, different responses to regional problems damaged bilateral confidence, Fyodor Lukyanov explains. Moscow and Ankara thought their other collaborations were so crucial and successful that they could ignore Syria. Behind friendly smiles, mutual resentment and misunderstanding grew and shattered relations. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the volatile president of Turkey, is in a difficult political position ahead of elections scheduled for the following year. His country's economy is collapsing, the country's central bank is close to running out of foreign exchange, and volcanic inflation is running at about 80% annually. The conflict in Ukraine is grinding to a halt, and severe economic sanctions are having a negative impact on Russia's industry as well as the economy as a whole. Russian President Vladimir Putin is facing his own set of challenges. The shared struggles have brought the two guys into an even tighter relationship than before. They have met twice in the last 3 weeks, the most recent time being last weekend in Sochi, Russia, and the hopes of reducing their vulnerabilities by expanding their partnership and agreeing, according to Mr. Erdogan, on economic cooperation that he hopes will total $100 billion. This meeting took place in the hope of reducing their vulnerabilities, as we mentioned. It is a relationship that gives Mr. Erdogan's NATO allies cause for concern because it gives Mr. Putin access to a sizable hole in the dam of sanctions that the West has labored so diligently to construct in an effort to thwart Putin's war in Ukraine. This relationship raises the hackles of Erdogan's NATO allies. Beyond his personal self-interest, some people are curious about Erdogan's true allegiances and where they lie. As more information about their negotiations become available in the wake of the event, there is little doubt that the link currently proving to be advantageous to both parties involved. a strong relationship to a member of NATO, which is attempting to isolate Putin and assist Ukraine in defeating his invading force, is one of the benefits that Putin will reap from this deal. Other perks include the sale of oil and armaments, investments, and business opportunities. Turkey, which is not a member of the European Union, has stated that it will not participate in the implementation of Western sanctions against Russia. It is investigating potential ways to cooperate with otherwise sanctioned Russian financial institutions and to accept payments using credit cards issued in Russia. The Turk Stream pipeline experienced no bottlenecks or delays in the delivery of Russian gas. There's also rumors that Russia is looking to Turkey for assistance in supplying subsystems for its weapons, as it is no longer able to directly get components from the West. For Mr. Erdogan, the benefits include cash infusions into the central bank, inexpensive energy, global importance, a large export market, and renewed Russian tourism. Most importantly, it appears that Russia is acquiescing to Erdogan's politically popular efforts to crush Kurdish separatism in Syria, where Russia supports the Syrian government of Bashar al-Assad. However, the two leaders continue to be bitter rivals. Each is a prickly strongman who has amassed incredible powers for himself and who keeps his own counsel. Russia and Turkey's rekindled friendship in June 2016 brought new dynamics. Political and economic collaboration is on the rise. Political leaders in Russia and Turkey govern relations, not institutions. Bilateral relations are actor-driven. Putin and Erdogan are more likely to coordinate post-crisis than act independently. Andrei Karlov, the Russian ambassador to Ankara, was assassinated on December 19, 2016. The Kremlin and Ankara investigated Karlov's murder without assigning culpability. Russia and Turkey responded quickly to Syrian security threats. Both parties earned political advantages on the ground by cooperating in Syria. The variable situation involving after Astana and the Trump administration's posture in the crisis presents several unknowns that would impact balances on the ground. Under these conditions, it's hard to call the new relationship crisis-proof and long-lasting. Both sides must spend more on bilateral relations, and success in Syria might lead to deeper political cooperation on numerous levels. Strategic collaboration in the energy sphere may be an anchor, but the breakdown in relations after the downing of the Russian jet shows that energy alone cannot thaw the ice if relations go south in the future. Alright guys, just one more thing before we sign off. Can you please let us know how many wars that Turkey and Russia have fought? And did Russia ever occupy Turkey? Do you know? Well, make sure you give us your answer in the comment section below. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. We sincerely hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you click on the like button and share it with all your friends and family. And if you have any further questions or comments for us, you are always welcome to share them with us in the comment space down below. We always love hearing from you, our viewers, so make sure you leave us feedback. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see even more of our incredible videos. And you can also check out other videos that have been specially selected just for you. One more thing, friends, please make sure you press that bell icon on your way out the door. That way you are always notified of our latest updates. Hey, thanks for watching, and have a great day.